Happy New Year! New books, new things. I'm excited as always. Hello, hello, hello. My name is Nakia. Welcome to my channel. We are into 2022 officially. So as per tradition, I did this last year. Got a little champagne. This is the real deal. Let me take a sip. Plus, after this, I am doing all the books I DNF'd in 2021. So, you know, a little alcohol ain't never hurt to help that video out. You can check that out too. It should be out next week after this one. But let's talk about what I am planning to read in the month of January, or what I've already gotten into in the month of January. A little bit. Now, I will start off by saying that I set my Good Year's reading challenge low this year, because last year I set it at 50, which was my goal, which is about a book a week for me. But it stressed me out. I kept seeing that number and I was just like, I gotta read, I gotta add a novella, I gotta do this. We're not doing that this year. So I set my goal to 24 books, which is 2 books a month. Of course, I will do well over that. But as someone who's a slower reader, as someone who just got back into reading at the end of 2020, that is good for me because I was reading nothing a few years ago, believe it or not. So we're at 24, and I think I'll probably hit like 3 or 4 books just this month alone. So let's just talk about them. First up, we have Voices in the Snow by Darcy Coates. This is a continuation from my December TBR video. And spoiler alert, I will not be doing a December wrap up because I didn't get to that many books. So I'm actually going to combine it with January, which is good because this one is carrying over from December. So like I said, we'll get all of it wrapped up in January or the beginning of February. But yeah, so I talked about it in my December TBR video, so I will link it here. You can go check it out. Just real quick, it is about a woman named Claire. The last thing she remembers is she was driving in a blizzard and she thinks she had an accident because she wakes up bruised and battered in this old creepy mansion. I love a gothic mansion story. And she does not remember what happened, but this man tells her that he saved her from the storm and from the accident, but then some things start happening and she doesn't know if she's being told the truth, if she can trust him or not. So I am about 50% of the way into the book and I will hold my thoughts for my January wrap up, but hey, I'm still reading it, so that's a good sign. That's all you need to know. Let's move on. Next up, we have Served Cold, a HORRORTUBE anthology. Now, this is the second one. I didn't get around to the first one, Local Haunts. I'm still planning to read it, but when I saw that this one was coming out and it was perfect for the winter time, I was like, oh, we're gonna get to that one first. So I'm pretty excited. Now, every author in this book is a fellow booktuber. This book is edited by fellow horror booktuber R. St. Clair and Steve Donahue, who I'm not familiar with, but we're gonna learn some things. Now, I'll read you a short snippet of what the synopsis says. Wrap yourself in your favorite blanket, curl up by a fireside or in a warm bed, and enjoy these tales of sub-zero terror brought to you by some of the many voices of HORRORTUBE. And we have some stories by our very own Cameron Chaney, A.B. Frank from the Bookish Report, Marie McWilliams, and of course, R. St. Clair has a story in this anthology, and many, many others. So, like I said, I'm really looking forward to it. I am looking forward to discovering who some new favorite authors will be and getting to know my fellow booktubers through their writing. So stay tuned for that. We'll have an update in February. Next up, we have a book that I am pretty excited about. I am now adding so many middle grade books to my TBR thanks to channels like How to Train Your Gavin and Alexandra Roslin. Now, I have read some middle grade books here and there, but like I said, they are helping me add so many more to my TBR. And this next one, as I said, I'm excited about. It is called Green Glass House by Kate Milford. Now, this is a fantasy mystery, so you know it's right up my alley. It is about a boy named Milo who lives in this creaky smuggler's inn, as the synopsis says. And one night the doorbell rings and all these mystery guests start showing up and things start going missing and some stuff starts happening. Secrets get revealed and Milo has to figure out what is going on with this house What do these guests have to do with it? And what is going on? So like I said, I'm excited. It's a mystery and fantasy, and it takes place during the winter. So I can't wait, as you already know. All right, next up, we have The Gone World by Tom. I'm not even going to try to say this. You can see it here. But this one is also a little bit of a complicated synopsis, so I'm going to read it, but it's a sci-fi book and it has the winter cold vibe, so let me just tell you what it's about. Shannon Moss is part of a clandestine division within the Naval Criminal Investigation Service. She is assigned to solve the murder of a Navy SEAL's family and to locate his vanished teenage daughter. Moss discovers that the missing SEAL was an astronaut aboard the spaceship USS Libra, a ship assumed lost to the currents of deep time. Determined to find the missing girl and driven by a troubling connection from her own past, Moss travels ahead in time to explore possible versions of the future, seeking evidence to crack the present-day case. To her horror, the future reveals that it's not only the fate of a family that hinges on her work. For what she witnesses rising over time's horizon and hurtling toward the present is the terminus, the terrifying and cataclysmic end of humanity itself. So, if you saw my best books of 2021 and some of my other videos, I love books that deal with time travel. I've said this. And when I read the very beginning of this story, as I said, it takes place on an icy cold part of space. So all of that combined, and there's a mystery too. She's investigating. You know, I love that too. Some puzzles, some problem solving. Let's just, you know, yes, check, check all the boxes. So that is my January TBR. If you are new here, I am what I consider a slow reader because I don't read a lot of books per month, but I get to about 50 a year. So I don't know if you consider that slow or not, but I usually read a book a week. So that's why we have this small amount. This is also tentative because I am turning into a moody reader. Who am I? So depends on how the mood strikes. I may not be in the mood for one of these books and may change plans, may squeeze in a novella here or there. Who knows? You'll have to stay tuned for my January wrap up to find out. But let me know in the comments what you're excited to read in January. As I said, I'm most excited for the Green Glass House book. And hey, if you're reading any of these books, let me know that as well. I feel like a lot of people are going to be reading the Served Cold Booktube anthology book. So yeah, like I said, let me know. And if you don't have a comment, just leave me a snowflake or some kind of cold emoji, or hey, champagne glasses, clink, clink, because Happy New Year. Cheers. What is wrong with me? Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed. I always have information linked below, such as ways you can support my channel. You can always support me on Ko-fi, whatever. Buy me a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, some ebooks, not champagne. I don't need you for that. But yeah, any of that good stuff. And I think that's enough for this video. You already see what's going on, so stay tuned for my All the Books I DNF'd in 2021 video. So until next time, snuggle up in your hideaway with a good book, unplug as much as possible, be kind to all kind, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.